Back now for our final segment of the show. Thanks for sticking around. We have a lovely young lady who's been with us before, and the reason we keep having her back is because there's so many neat things that go on at and around and in the library. So here she is, Kirsten Reel, Library Supervisor for the Forsyth County Public Library. Good to see you again, dear.
Good to see you. Thank you for having me back.
Now, you sent me an email about something called the Summer Reading Program. So let's talk about that. When is it going to start? What date is it? I mean, when does it really kick off? And who's going to participate?
So on May 30th, which is a Friday, from 6 to 7:30, it's going to be at our Central Branch here in downtown. And we're going to have so many really cool things. It's going to be throughout the library and on the lawn. We've got some of our stuff where we're going to have crafts, and we're going to have little demonstrations of science explosions and experiments. It's going to be great. You may see yours truly there. And
You're not going to do explosions, are you?
I am going to do explosions.
Wow, okay.
Of course I'm going to do explosions.
Yeah, all right.
I'm all about the explosions.
Good.
But we're also going to have we're going to have 4-H there. We're going to have somebody from FAFSA there. We're going to have booths about different, I think we're going to have an adult book club booth there.
So the summer reading thing really is all encompassing about learning, right?
Yes, it is. It's kind of to combat the summer slide. So it was created years ago as a way for the children during those summer months where they're not getting the day-to-day learning that they would in school.
Yeah.
They can go to the library where they're given either contests or their programs designed to help supplement that learning and keep them engaged and focused during those months.
You were mentioning I want to circle back to some of the activities you were talking about. And I know this is going to be a dumb question, but they're watching this, they're wondering, all this plethora of activities, or can they be age specific? In other words, can any age kid benefit from some of these activities?
Absolutely. I mean, we try to make sure that Kickoff has enough for every age. We have stuff specifically for adults. We have stuff for teens specifically. Children, we tend to lump children together, but they can still benefit from anything that we're showing. And we're also at Kickoff talking specifically about what the summer is going to look like, not just Kickoff, but what other programs we're going to offer during summer.
Now, in what specific ways do you encourage kids or motivate kids to read? Because I know when I was a certain age, I like to read certain things about history, whatever, but sometimes I'd rather be out playing ball or that kind of thing. So how do you get them to focus? How do you say, hey, here's some neat stuff to read, or what are you doing?
So there's multiple ways that we try to encourage reading in people of all ages, because we also have adults who are reluctant readers. So we try to kind of combat that as well during summer. But we have programs that are designed to fit a theme, and this year's theme is all about Color Your World. So it's very artsy. It's all about different techniques like painting or sculpting or filmmaking, any kind of an art.
Right.
So we have programs that are designed to fit that theme, and at each program we have books laid out that kind of focus specifically on that theme. If it's painting, then we have books about painting. If it's sculpting, we have books about sculpting, things like that. We also offer story times all throughout the summer, and each branch has story times, but our branch, the Central Branch, we also have specific story times for the different age groups.
Well, you've already sort of answered this next question, which is why it's important for kids to read and this kind of thing in the summer months. But really, somebody might say, well, wait a minute, shouldn't they just take a couple months off and just do nothing but play? Why is it important to keep learning?
It goes back to the science of brain development, because children are sponges. They're, especially during that 0 to 5 time, where they're soaking up everything. As they age, that kind of slows down. They're not soaking up as much.
Right.
So when you have that gap, that 2-month to 2.5-month gap where they're not in school, they're not learning every day, it can be a detriment to them because it puts them behind for the upcoming year.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Now, where can everybody go to learn more about the activities and what's going on?
Gotcha. So you can go to our website, forsythlibrary.org, and there will be a tab in the events section that'll say summer reading. And I think, forgive me for this because I'm really bad with links, but I think it's forsyth.cc/library/summer reading.
Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, we can go to that and learn all about it. That's neat. Hey, look, I appreciate you doing this. You always tell us about these neat things going on at the library, and I think that's just great, keeping kids of all ages engaged. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you for having me. It's such a pleasure.